What is going on, everybody? My name is Airfaded and welcome back to another DragTune video. Now before I get into the video today, I just quickly wanted to say two things. First off, happy holidays to everybody, and then second off, thank you all so much for 100 subscribers. It really does mean a lot to me. For the tune today, we have a 1973 Holden HQ Monaro GTS 350 with the 8.9 liter V8 DSC engine in it, which makes 1500 horsepower. Now, if you guys saw my last video, the 1320 cash days, I actually competed in this car, and I'll show you some clips of it right now.
Ooh, they both look good. Ooh, they both look good. That is correct. That was right in the middle of the road, but it don't matter.
Right lane.
Oh, faded for the win.
Beep, 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 beep.
Come on. Ooh.
No.
Ooh, he took
it. And yeah, I quickly threw a tune together for that video, that fun little meet. I went back to the drawing board after seeing some of the competition in that meet with the same engine, and I got this thing to launch a lot better, and overall just a lot more solid of a build. So let's not waste any more time and hop right into it. Alright, so hopping on in here to conversion, like I said, we will be using the 8.9 liter V8 DSC engine, one of the higher horsepower engines you can get in this game, which makes 1500 horsepower straight out the box, and we are keeping it rear-wheel drive. For the aero and appearance, you can leave, it basically is up to you what you want to do. I did add the supercharger sticking out the hood, but other than that, you can just leave everything street. For the tires and rims, you can have, we're going to do drag tires, obviously. Nothing upgraded in the front, but in the rear, upgrade those all the way to 345s, as well as kicking out the rear track width. And for the wheels, you can go with whatever wheel style you like. For the drivetrain, we have the race clutch, the race transmission, the race driveline, and the drift differential. And then for the platform and handling, we have the race brakes, rally suspension, race front and rear anti-roll bars, and then full race weight reduction. And there's actually nothing to upgrade on the engine portion for this, so that'll leave you sitting at 1500 horsepower and about 2700 pounds. So let's take this thing out to the track and show you the tune. Alright, so now we're at the track. Let's go ahead and dive into the tune for you guys. So for the tire pressure, we have 34 in the front, 15 in the rear. For the gearing, we have a 250 final drive, and then we have 260, 195, 154, 124, 99, and 82. You'll mostly be using 4 gears in this tune, unless you're going the full length of one of the longer drag strips, then you'll go into 5th, but it holds the power nicely all the way through. For the alignment, we have 0s across the board, and then 7 as the front caster angle. Anti-roll bars all the way stiff in the front and the rear. For the springs, we have all the way soft in the front and 465 in the rear, as well as maxed out ride height. For the damping, we have 1 in the front for rebound stiffness and 11 in the rear, and then for the bump stiffness, we have 11 and 11. For the aero, nothing there. Brakes, nothing there. You can do pretty good reverse burnouts without having to touch anything here. And then the differential, we have 80 and 15. So that is the tune for you guys. Let's show you how to launch it real quick. So you're going to make sure you want to do a nice reverse burnout with this tune, just because 1500 horsepower is still a lot to handle. So make sure those tires are nice and hot. You can just kind of tap the clutch and then just hold down the brake and the throttle. So just hold down the brake and the gas and just let it rip. And you can see it gets out of the hole a lot better than in the cash days video, where I kind of had to make it bog a little bit just so it wouldn't wheel spin as hard, but figured out the kind of the wheel spin issue with that by messing with the differential. But yeah, so it launches with a lot more power off the line now, and you see that tiny bit of wheel spin is actually pretty good, just because it's showing that it's pretty much at the maximum that the tire will handle for it. So let's line this thing up to the quarter mile over here and see what it runs. For those of you who don't know how to kind of calculate the quarter mile, you can just set your waypoint to the speed trap down there, line up 440 yards away, and that's the quarter mile. So let's line it up here. Make sure we do a little reverse burnout before we get up there. Sometimes the right wheel will not spin, so you just gotta kind of clutch kick a little bit. But make sure those tires are nice and hot, and then let's pull up to the line here and see what we run. See, I've been having problems with traction in this lane specifically. Let's try lining up in this other lane here and see if this ends up changing anything. So we're going to line up a little closer than 440 yards, only because the way Forza kind of makes the waypoint system it goes in a circle. So this is about lined up with that pole, which is 440 yards. So let's give it another run here. And there you go, 178.96 to the speed trap after that little spin at the first try. I'm not sure why, but I think it might be the season, but just some reason in this far right lane over here, or I guess the far left if you're going the other way, but does not seem to have much traction. So if you just line up a little bit to the side, you should be all good. But yeah, definitely a car that is pretty hard to tame, but yeah, once you kind of figure it out, you're all good. So let's take this thing over to the bridge real quick and show you what it would do if you were to roll race it. So we're at the bridge here, and we're just going to do a quick little 40 roll using the gutter as the start line and just see what it runs. And 191.08. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good for 1500 horsepower. So yeah, if you guys like this video, be sure to like and subscribe, all that good jazz. Leave any other comments on some other tunes and cars you'd like to see. This 8.9 liter V8, very hard to tame on this. It's been requested a little bit. You can kind of apply some characteristics of this tune to other 1500 horsepower cars and stuff if you just kind of use this tune as an example of what you could do in other cars. But I got to work with the HQ Monaro. If you guys want to see other cars with this engine in it, let me know, and I'll try to crank them out. So yeah, thanks everyone so much for watching once again, and goodbye.